They call this place the Dead Letter Office, a more poetic name for a graveyard of words. It's where forgotten promises and misplaced apologies come to rest. The final stop for conversations that never found their other half. Most of it is just the mundane refuse of life. Unpaid bills from families that moved on. Desperate pleas for a second chance that arrived a day too late. Reminders of debts, both financial and emotional, that will never be settled. Every envelope, a tiny, sealed tomb. I've been the custodian of these final words for 30 years. I've read last goodbyes, tear-stained confessions, and angry tirades addressed to people who no longer exist. I thought I had seen it all. I was wrong. This one is different. It's been coming back to me for a week. A ghost in my sorting bin. 5 letters, all addressed to a Ms. Evelyn Reed. The envelopes are identical, thick cream-colored paper that feels expensive, heavy in the hand. The address is clear, the postage correct, but each time it returns, marked with the same stark, unforgiving red ink, deceased. An official stamp, a final judgment. Most would just file it away, let it join the other silent stories. But the persistence of it, the sender's refusal to accept the finality of that red ink, it's like a tapping on my window in the middle of the night. You can ignore it for a while, but eventually you have to get up and see who's there. People think the earth is good at keeping secrets. They bury their sins under 6 feet of dirt and trust the rain to wash away the memory, to cleanse the stain. They believe that time is a great eraser, that the past will simply fade into the landscape. But they're mistaken. The road has a memory. Every tire track, every footprint left in the mud tells a story. And so does the ink. Ink doesn't forget. It holds the pressure of the hand that wrote it, the tremor of fear, the jagged edge of desperation. This handwriting, it's like someone was writing while falling, a frantic scrawl trying to catch hold of something solid. The letter reads, "The stones didn't muffle her, Elias. The well is full, but I still hear the scratching." A message not meant for the dead, but for the living. A warning. Elias Thorne. I remember him, the town's golden boy. Captain of the football team. Married the prettiest girl, moved away to the city to make his fortune. A success story. He thinks because he put 100 miles between himself and Willow Creek, his past stayed here, buried in the silt of the riverbed. He believes that a new life in a new city is a form of absolution, that you can simply outrun the person you used to be. But the mail follows you, and some secrets refuse to be outrun. They have a way of finding their way back home, carried on the back of a postage stamp. He addressed this to a dead woman, but he knew it would end up here, with me. I'm not a detective. I don't carry a badge or a gun. My only tools are a letter opener and a sense of order. I'm just a man who hates unfinished sentences. A man who believes every story deserves an ending. These letters are a story that stopped mid-sentence. And I feel a duty, an obligation, to find the final punctuation mark. It's what I do. I deliver things to their final destination. And tonight, it seems this story's final destination isn't a mailbox. It's somewhere out there, in the dark, waiting. I'm just the messenger, following the trail of ink left behind. Willow Creek Lane. Even the name sounds damp, forgotten. The air here smells of wet cedar and things left to decay for too long. It's the scent of nostalgia curdling into rot. The old Thorne farmhouse sits on the hill, a rotting tooth against the stormy horizon, its windows like vacant eyes staring out into the downpour. This is a place people leave, not a place they return to. You can feel the weight of the years pressing down, the silence heavy with things unsaid. The kind of silence that isn't peaceful, but watchful. This is where the story begins and ends. The address on the envelope was just the first clue. The letters said the well was full of stones. A simple, brutal way to silence something. Fill the void, cover it up, walk away. But when I stand here, in the quiet moments between the claps of thunder, it's not the shifting of stones I hear. It's something else. A faint, rhythmic scratching. A sound that doesn't belong. A desperate, persistent noise from beneath the heavy iron lid. It's the sound of a secret that refuses to be buried. A story that won't stay quiet. It's the sound I heard in the jagged lines of the handwriting now made real. It's the sound of an unfinished sentence clawing its way out. And there, wedged into the rusted seal of the lid, is another envelope, small, weathered, and addressed not to Evelyn Reed but to me, to the postmaster. It was never about her. It was always about this place. He wasn't mailing a confession to a dead woman. He was mailing a roadmap. He was leading me here, counting on my curiosity, my stubborn refusal to leave a letter undelivered. He needed someone to find this, someone who would follow the rules, someone who would see the pattern and refuse to let it go. He needed a witness. My name is Arthur. For 30 years I've carried the weight of other people's words, their joys, their sorrows, their secrets. I carry the weight of the night shift, of the silence in this empty office. But tonight, the night is finally talking back. The whispers have become a voice, and the story is demanding to be heard. And I am here to listen. I am here to deliver its final terrible message. Thank you for listening. If you want to hear more stories from the Dead Letter Office, make sure to subscribe.